Most people believe danger in the ocean is obvious. Towering waves, dark clouds, violent water. But some of the most dangerous conditions don't look threatening at all. In fact, they often appear deceptively ordinary. There is one ocean signal experienced lifeguards, sailors, and rescue teams all recognize immediately. And when they see it, they don't hesitate. They get out. Because by the time the average swimmer notices something is wrong, the window to react is already closing. The signal, it doesn't announce itself loudly. No crashing water. No cinematic moment. Sometimes it looks like a calm stretch between breaking waves, a darker channel cutting through lighter water, or a section of ocean moving differently than everything around it. To an untrained eye, nothing seems unusual. But to those who understand the pattern, it is one of the clearest warnings the ocean can give. A rip current. Why rip currents are so dangerous? Rip currents are not dramatic. They don't pull you under. They don't thrash the surface. Instead, they behave like narrow rivers flowing away from shore. Fast. Focused. Relentless. Some can move faster than an Olympic swimmer. Which means strength alone often isn't enough. And panic makes it worse. Because panic wastes the one thing you cannot afford to lose: energy. The trap most people fall into when swimmers feel the current pulling them outward, their instinct is immediate. Swim straight back toward shore. Fight it. Override it. But rip currents don't tire. People do. Rescue reports often describe the same pattern. Exhaustion arrives long before help does. Not because the ocean was violent, but because it was misunderstood. What experts do differently? Lifeguards teach a counterintuitive rule: don't fight the current. Swim parallel to shore. Step out of the moving channel. Then angle back calmly. Simple. But in the water, simplicity is hard to remember. Which is why recognizing the signal early matters so much. The earlier you see it, the wider your options. The psychological danger, perhaps the greatest threat, isn't the current itself. It's how harmless it looks. Humans trust calm surfaces. We associate quiet with safety. But the ocean does not measure danger by appearance. Power often moves invisibly. And confidence can disappear faster than expected when reality shifts beneath you. The larger truth: the ocean rarely warns twice. It doesn't negotiate. It doesn't adjust. It simply behaves according to forces far older than us. Currents. Wind. Gravity. Seafloor contours. An endless system in motion. And once you understand that, you begin to see the water differently. Not as something to fear, but something to respect. Closing: most ocean dangers aren't the ones that look terrifying. They're the ones people don't recognize until it's too late. So the next time you enter the water, pause. Observe. Look for the patterns. Because sometimes the smartest decision a person can make is simply knowing when to get out. Watch next. The ocean is calm. Until this happens, because the surface never tells the whole story. Most individuals tend to overlook the quieter threats that lie beneath the ocean's surface, lulled into a false sense of security by the serene beauty surrounding them. They arrive at the beach, eager for a day of sun and surf, unaware that danger can disguise itself in a calm embrace. Moments pass where the water appears tranquil, inviting even the most cautious souls to venture in. Yet, it's exactly this deceptive tranquility that can lead even the strongest swimmers into perilous situations. As the gentle waves lap against their legs, The unsuspecting beachgoers remain blissfully ignorant of the lurking rip currents, unaware of the fact that their safety is being dictated by unseen forces. In this serene facade, a mother watches her children play, their laughter mingling with the soft sounds of the ocean. Unbeknownst to her, their joyful splashing takes place in a hidden zone where the outlines of danger begin to emerge, subtly tugging at the edges of their carefree fun. She glances over periodically, thinking that all is well as her eyes drift toward the horizon's line, where the sea melds into the blue sky. Yet, the longer they remain, the more tenuous that joy becomes, coiling around the innocent play like a predator stalking its prey, with time running out for the unaware. As the laughter fades beneath the distant crash of waves, the undercurrents weave silently, a tension building within the seemingly peaceful waters. The tide shifts subtly, creating an unseen pattern that only those trained in the nuances of ocean behavior would recognize. The mother, feeling a faint unease deep in her gut, dismisses it, attributing the sense to the chilly breeze brushing against her skin. Meanwhile, her children, full of life and excitement, dive into the waves, blissfully unaware of the invisible forces at play. They dart in and out of the surf, all the while the sun glistens on the water, concealing the imminent danger that lurks just beyond their grasp. Despite the beauty of the scene, the ocean's silent cues begin to whisper their warning, a reminder that nature's calm facade can be just as deadly as the raging storm. Thus, even in the absence of visible threats, the vital need for awareness remains ever crucial, urging those who step into the water to stay vigilant. As the sun begins its descent, casting golden rays across the water, the mother's gaze momentarily sharpens. A shift in the current catches her attention, a fleeting shadow moving beneath the surface that breaks her reverie. Her instincts prick at the edges of her consciousness. Something seems off. She pulls herself from her thoughts, rising slightly from her beach chair, and squints toward the frothy waves where her children are immersed in play, the chilling sensation of foreboding returning like a tide. "Stay close, kids," she calls, her voice firm yet calm, echoing in the evening air as if trying to tether them to safety. The laughter continues, but her heart begins to quicken. As the children splash in the surf, the mother's vigilance wavers, lulled by their exuberant laughter. She watches them glide effortlessly through the water, feeling a tug of warmth in her heart, but that fleeting comfort is abruptly interrupted by an unsettling sensation radiating from the ocean's depths. It's an inkling born from instinct, a persistent reminder of the ocean's fickle nature. The ocean, with its enchanting beauty, demands respect and awareness, reminding us that even the calmest waters may hide unseen dangers lurking just below the surface. By embracing caution and understanding the signs, we equip ourselves to navigate its mysteries safely, ensuring that our adventures in the water remain joyous and secure. As the sun dips lower on the horizon, bathing the water in hues of orange and pink, a sense of calm continues to envelop the beach. Yet, beneath this picturesque scene, the ocean remains a complex entity, maintaining its quiet resolve. The mother's instinct flares again, urging her to stay vigilant, to not let the surface lull her into complacency. She peers closer, noticing the ripples shifting unnaturally, a subtle but distinct change in the water's rhythm. She rises completely now, her heart thumping in her chest, the weight of her worry amplifying with each passing moment. "Kids, let's take a break and come in for a second," she calls out, hoping her tone conveys the seriousness that hangs in the air. The children glance back, the carefree joy still etched on their faces, the laughter ringing like bells, but a glimmer of confusion flickers in their wide eyes. The eldest hesitates, turning towards the open sea, the water inviting and mesmerizing. It's a dance of light and shadow, drawing him into its embrace. "Just for a minute," she adds, trying to balance her rising anxiety with the warmth of her voice. Unbeknownst to her, That moment of delay could mean the difference between safety and peril. Slowly, the children paddle towards her, their playful splashing echoing the innocent joy that the ocean can inspire. Yet, with each stroke toward the shore, her unease grows. She watches them, her mind racing with thoughts of what lurks beneath the surface. As they near, her heart swells with relief, but she can't shake the nagging feeling that the ocean is shifting, changing, preparing to unveil its hidden dangers. A shadow passes beneath the waves just beyond her line of sight, momentarily stealing her breath away, a reminder of the ocean's unpredictable nature. "Come on, let's just sit for a bit," she encourages, her smile steady but her eyes searching. This idyllic beach day, full of laughter and joy, is now tinged with the urgency to protect her children from an unseen force. The children finally swim back, albeit reluctantly, their playful spirits dimming slightly under her watchful gaze. As they climb out of the surf, the sense of calm remains, but the undertones of danger linger in the air, a truth often lost on those seduced by the ocean's beauty. With her children safely on the sand, the mother takes a moment to breathe, attempting to shake off the unsettling feeling gnawing at her. She scans the horizon, searching for the telltale signs of the rip current, her heart thundering as she fights against the waves of dread brushing against her consciousness. Each gentle lapping of the surf now feels like a reminder of the ocean's dual nature, both beautiful and treacherous. Beside her, giggles erupt as her children shake the water from their hair, oblivious to the gravity of their mother's concern. "What's wrong, Mom?" the eldest asks, curiosity piqued in his voice, as he wipes his face. She attempts to respond with a smile, her resolve bolstered by their innocence, yet the truth hangs unspoken. Her motherly instincts remain razor-sharp, a protective shield against the ominous undertow flourishing just out of their sight. The sun moves lower in the sky, and shadows lengthen, draping an additional layer of urgency over the scene. "Just enjoying this beautiful day," she replies softly, knowing all too well that beauty and danger often share the same ocean. The children, still splashing droplets in the air, pull their attention away from the surf and start building a castle in the sand, their giggles providing a stark contrast to the uneasiness creeping into their mother's thoughts. She watches them mold the sand, recalling her own childhood days spent near the ocean, days filled with laughter but tainted by the reckless abandon of youth. As they enthusiastically pile sand higher, her heart swells with a mix of tenderness and worry, aware that one stormy wave could sweep away their innocent creations. "Hey, let's make sure we stay close to each other, okay?" she suggests, her voice steady yet laced with a hint of urgency, hoping her children will sense the importance of her request without fearing the lovely day. The youngest nods, too caught up in the excitement of their castle to fully understand the flickers of danger in their surroundings. Yet, she knows in her heart that the ocean's charm is a carefully woven facade, that tranquility can soon transform into chaos if one isn't cautious. The sun, now a crisp golden orb, hangs lower in the sky, casting longer shadows across the sand, as her maternal instincts push her to remain vigilant, not merely for herself, but for her beloved little ones dancing in the tide. As the children continue their joyful chatter, molding towers and digging moats, the mother feels the air shift. A distinct chill creeps in, and the playful sounds around her begin to fade under the weight of her concern. She turns her focus back to the ocean, scanning for any further signs of the rip current, her instincts now screaming for her to remain alert. Then, she notices it again, a subtle change, a ripple that doesn't quite align with the ebb and flow of the waves, almost as if the ocean is holding its breath. Doubts race through her mind, mingling with her protective instincts. "Let's come a little closer together, kids. We can work on the castle in a safer spot," she says, hoping her authority will guide them without instilling fear. The youngest looks up, slightly puzzled but heeding her call, while the oldest, ever adventurous, challenges, "But Mom, the water's fun." She smiles, but it's different now, a blend of warmth and restraint. The allure of the surf is palpable, yet an undeniable tension looms beneath. With a decisive nod, she moves closer to the water's edge, beckoning them toward her, aware that joy can quickly shift into uncertainty. Yet, as they consolidate their sandcastle efforts near the water's edge, the mother's heart beats with an urgency that drives her to take swift action. She kneels beside her children, placing her hands on their shoulders, grounding them as she meets their curious gazes. "How about we build right here in this safe spot?" she suggests, emphasizing safety to subtly shift their focus. The children look around, distracted momentarily by the shimmering water, but the son's brow furrows, a fleeting realization setting in. "Okay," he relents, his tone reflecting the maturity of understanding a hidden threat. The youngest, however, is still captivated by the waves, laughter bubbling in his chest as excitement temporarily fills the air. But time runs short, and the mother knows it. She glances once more at the ocean, feeling a pulse of intuition revive the urgency surrounding them. Perhaps, today was meant for joyful play and cherished memories, but nature has a way of rewriting plans without notice. As they settle into their new spot, the mother attempts to shake off the wave of tension mounting within her. She engages them in storytelling, weaving fun and playful scenarios around their sandcastle, hoping to redirect their attention away from the alluring waves. "What if this was a castle for sea creatures?" she begins, smiling as she watches their eyes light up with imagination. The youngest chirps, "And they could swim in the water all day long." Encouraged, she continues to craft their narrative. "Exactly. And they always look out for kids playing nearby." The eldest nods vigorously, momentarily distracted from the sea, a glint of adventure sparking in his eyes. Yet, despite their excitement, she can't ignore the underlying sense of urgency that whispers a reminder to stay alert. Feeling the chilling breeze shift once more, the mother's gaze narrows, focusing intently on the water. "Remember, sea creatures are always cautious and watchful," she interjects, weaving a lesson into their fantasy, hoping her words reinforce the importance of awareness. The children nod, engrossed in the story, yet her heart races as she feels another ripple disrupt the rhythm of the waves. Each moment is a bitter reminder of the unseen dangers lurking beneath the serene surface. "Let's keep our castle safe and stay together," she emphasizes, watching their laughter unfold against the mounting backdrop of uncertainty. The ocean, with its relentless ebb and flow, serves as both a sanctuary and a reminder of nature's unpredictable power. As the sun finally sinks beneath the horizon, shadows deepen, enveloping the beach in an air of mystery. With her children safely by her side, the mother knows that vigilance is a guardian against unseen threats, ensuring that their joyous memories are not marred by a moment's negligence.